It's time for Top Dice.
Hi, welcome to my solo top 6 fantasy games in response to AIDS list. Right, basically, without further ado, I will jump in at number 6. Mouse Guard. Excellent fantasy game. Absolutely no humans, you're mice, little tiny mice, in a fantastic world. All created by Dave, I forget his name, lovely fella, all based off graphic novels. The system is the Burning Wheel, but the beautiful thing is you can use this setting with sort of whatever system you want. It's amazing, really is. Quite, not just quite unique, fantastically unique. There is a box set available. Not quite sure if it still is. I've got a copy. It's an amazing game. So, Mouse Guard. Number 5 is A Song of Ice and Fire, the role-playing game, published by Green Ronin. Based off the books, not the TV show. So you're getting the full flavour of George R.R. Martin's work. It's amazing. You create your own house. You create your characters within that house, and then you jump in to the world of Westeros and all the chaos that ensues from that. Fantastic game. Really simple, beautiful system as well. Lovely. But that's Song of Ice and Fire, number 5. Number 4, Dragonbane by Free League. Again, just beautiful game, beautiful system, character creation, everything about it is beautiful and simple. I can't say anything else. It's just an absolute breeze to run. It's beautiful to play, fun, interesting, unique with the fact that it's got your sort of like duck characters, and there's various other options for sort of there's wolf creatures and various other sort of races that you don't see in a lot of games. It's sort of unique in its sort of approach for that, and it's sort of grimness as well, linked with humor. I can really see where the pull was during the 80s as an alternative for D&D. I totally get where that came from. So yes, Dragonbane, really cool. Halfway point, just to remind you, if you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Thank you very much. Huge help. So back to the countdown. Number 3 is Ruin Masters, fantasy role-playing at its finest, really. It's basic. It's a percentile system, linked in with the setting for this one, which is sort of like after a huge cataclysm, everything's gone wrong. There's all ruins around where you are, and you sort of go and explore and find items and objects and sort of locations. Dungeon delving done right. The randomness of the sort of locations that you can create, even sometimes the GM will not know what's going to happen next. It's very interesting if you're into that sort of thing. Hex crawling, if you're into that, that's really good. There was a bestiary that was released for it as well, which was amazing, which came with updated rules for dungeon crawling, things like that. Now, unfortunately, this was owned and published and created by Riot Minds. It's now owned by Cool Mini or Not, and they're currently not doing anything with it. Now, get your act together, Cool Mini or Not. This is a fantastic setting. People want to play it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be out again soon. I absolutely recommend it. If you can get a second-hand copy, buy it, but don't pay stupid prices. If you know someone who owns a copy, badge them to run it or see if you can borrow it. It is well worth it. Number two books for this one. The Iron Kingdoms 4 Metal Fantasy Edition. Back when they released this, it had their own system based around D6. Character creation was unique in its approach to having backgrounds. I think you chose 2 and sort of mixed various traits from that. Massively, the system was based on their tabletop battles game. Really ported over well for a role-playing game. Just absolutely smooth to run. I've never played it, I've only run it, so I can only speak from a GM's point of view. It was really simple. The systems used for magic and things like that was similar to like making a skill roll, like for like attacking or this, that, and the other. So it all came together in a nice, neat package. Full color art, big, thick, heavy books, amazing. Fully immersive background, and you could literally take the tabletop battles game and jump into it and explore like a corner that you quite liked. This, for example, this is the book for the Iron Kingdoms, like the humans and the elves, the dwarfs, and the other sort of central races. And then they released Iron Kingdoms Unleashed. This one, again, equally thick, equally amazing. Same system, based around D6s. But in this one, you could be things like the trolls and various other things. You could control beasts, rather than in the first one, it was like machines and things like warjacks and things like that that you could control. Again, it as a pair of books, it was a fully immersive role-playing game in the world of the tabletop battles game that Privateer Press expertly produce. Unfortunately, again, you probably noticed my list. This one's no longer in print. If you can get a copy, please do so, but don't pay stupid prices. I'm not sure. You may be able to download these as PDFs. If you can, do so. So thoroughly recommend this system. So moving on to number 1. Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition. We've spoken about this on the channel. We've spoken about how much I like it. This to me is the perfect Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game. It is one of the best, easiest, and most fun fantasy role-playing games out there. I mean, this book alone, everything you need is in this. It's how a core book should be. It's not very thick. It's amazingly thin compared to, for example, I'm looking at things of those two. But both do the same job. It's just how well that is written, has to be said. Back then, they knew exactly what they were doing and they did it well. But again, it's not in print. It's a shame, but this is my top 6 of my favourite all-time fantasy role-playing games. So there you go. I'll put number 6. Number 1, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, all time. Now, some honourable mentions. I've got 2. First off, Dark Crystal. Fantastic. Just, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. You are playing the film, you are playing the TV series, you are just it's perfect, perfection. It contains all the adventures and the locations and the events that you need to know. It's a fairly self-contained storyline where you you follow a certain path and it's an adventure. I'm not too sure and haven't looked into how to do your own adventures. I don't know how easy that would be. So in the comments, if you have played this with your own adventures, with your own ideas, please let me know. I'd be very interested to find out. But yes, Dark Crystal, amazing game. I could talk about this for hours. And the second one, before I finish this video, Shadows of Estrin, a French role-playing game in its own deep, rich horror, medieval-based fantasy world. Now, you don't play anything else apart from a human, but it's a fantasy. It's not medieval Europe during whatever century. It's not, it's not in this world. It is of a world of its own. It is again rich, really sort of intricate, well thought out background. Each book is a work of art that they put out. The system as well is relatively simple. Some bits of it that you have to really concentrate with at first, but then it becomes sort of natural and it flows easier in practice, like with any system. So yes, there we go. That's my top 6 with the honourable mentions in response to Aid. Now, massively different, apart from the one fantasy roleplay, which I think we both agree on is fantastic. Love to hear what yours are, and if you want, contact me or Aid. Come on and do your own. Very interested to hear anyone do their top 6 fantasy. So please, like I said before, like and subscribe, contact us, and you can come on. All are welcome. So thank you very much.